Welcome to Sketch and Brew, where we sip something caffeinated, sketch, grow as artists together. I'm Tom. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to draw clean line art for realistic lips. And in part 2, I'm going to take that same drawing and shade it, step by step. So let's get started. For this tutorial, I'm working in landscape orientation. I start by sketching a light horizontal guideline across the middle of the page. Turning the paper vertically helps me judge whether the line is straight. Next, I mark the center point and begin drawing one half of the upper lip, starting with the Cupid's bow. I sketch a smooth, upward curve with a soft, rounded rise that gently tapers back towards the center guideline. I repeat the same process on the other side. I'm not chasing perfect symmetry, since real lips are rarely exact mirror images. I add a small curve for the tubercle, the central bump that gives the upper lip fullness. I extend that line outward towards the oral commissures. From the right corner, I add a short, downward slope. Beneath it, I place a faint, upward angled line and then connect the two with a smooth curve to form the right side of the lower lip. I repeat the same process on the other side, keeping my line loose and light. With the sketch complete, I start refining the line art, pressing a bit harder to deepen the contours as I commit to the shapes. Using my kneaded eraser, I gently clean up any leftover sketch or construction marks I don't need. Before moving on, let's quickly review the center line. It dips gently in the middle, rises slightly, then curves downward before tapering up at the corners. This creates a neutral, relaxed expression with just a hint of softness. Next, I darken the outer contour of the upper and lower lips to commit to the silhouette. I'm not focusing on details yet, just locking in the overall form. As I work, I vary the pressure, a bit heavier in some areas and lighter near the corners. I don't want the outline too dark, since I'll be shading in part 2. For realistic lips, the outer contour should stay soft and feathered. What I can darken heavily is the center line here. This is where the upper and lower lips meet, creating an occlusion shadow, a spot where almost no light slips in. To deepen this line, I apply more pressure and slowly trace along the contour I've already established. In this final step, I add a subtle texture using faint, upward curving creases that radiate from the center line. Generally, the creases on the left side bend left and the ones on the right bend right. That's because these lines follow the natural roundness of the lips, almost hugging the form. So let your strokes wrap around the shape rather than cutting straight across. To make the lips look more realistic, I also avoid creases that repeat the same length or spacing. Instead, I vary them, some a bit longer, some shorter, each with its own subtle curve. Alright, now that the line art is done, here's a sneak peek of how it'll look fully shaded. In part 2, I'll walk you through the entire shading process step by step. If you want to follow along, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.